Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk a lot about post-traumatic stress because I've had PTSD and I've had to learn how to manage it. And I have several videos about PTSD and how to manage your triggers and how to have a successful, productive life. I suggest that you like and subscribe to my channel and go check those videos out, especially if you have PTSD or you're married to somebody with PTSD or in a relationship with somebody or whatever. You may want to have a good idea of what's involved with managing it, and so you can be helpful or so you can help yourself. You don't have to suffer for the rest of your life from it. You can conquer it. I mean, people say that it's a life sentence, but they only say that because they don't know how to get through it. And I've been through it, and I'm here to teach people about it. I want to talk about post-traumatic growth. Post-traumatic growth is the final stage. That's after you've learned to manage your triggers from PTSD. You're no longer suffering from PTSD. You're managing it. Pat yourself on the back. I'm managing it. I climbed that wall. I got over it. Post-traumatic growth is using your trauma, using what hurt you to help others, using what you felt was a weakness now becomes your strength. Think about the rape victim who suffers from post-traumatic stress, which many rape victims do. I think all of them do. You can kill yourself. You could just barely make it through, and that happened to you, and you can kind of do your best. When you get triggered, you have a couple steps you can take. Maybe you're on a variety of antidepressants, a cocktail that your psychiatrist is giving you as an experiment. But you make it through. Life is tough. You have your good days, your bad days. There's that person. I've been that person. And then there's the rape victim who starts a foundation for other rape victims. There's the rape victim who writes books about it to help others. There's a rape victim that goes on a speaking tour and speaks publicly about it, who starts groups, therapy groups and support groups, and really gives back and uses their experience to help others. That's post-traumatic growth. You can climb that wall and you can jump over it and run off, patting yourself on the back, congratulating yourself that you conquered this obstacle, this horrible thing that was stopping you in life. You conquered it. And that's victory. Or you can get to the top of that wall, look back down where you came from, extend a helping hand down, and help others up. Help others over that wall. You pat them on the back as they jump off and say, you can do it, you can do it. Good job, you can do it. You got this, you can do it. That motherfucker. That's strength. That's amazing. I mean, that's a fucking saint. I used to love the guys that came down to the barrio. Ex-gang members that got out of prison, decided to change their lives, and they lived it. They were gangbanging. They may have murdered somebody. They may have gotten busted for a shitload of drugs. Who knows what they did. They went to prison. They got out. They have the tattoos. They got the reputation. You see those fucking murals on the wall? That's one of those guys. They got nicknames that you've heard of before. Joker, Puppet. These types of guys. They come back and they help. They don't just run off. They can take their money and move to the hills and be kind of like Ice-T, who made his way out of the ghetto and looks up at his mansion in the Hollywood Hills, just kind of giving the middle finger down to South Central. Good for you. You got out. You survived it. Go, run. Go do your thing. Good for you. But then there's those homies. I used to respect the shit out of these guys, man, because they didn't run. They didn't run away. They went right back into the belly of the beast, and it didn't take them under. They went back to the streets that turned them into a monster, the streets that ruined their lives for one reason only, and that was to go find other people that they could help, that they could save. I'm going to find a version of me out here, and I'm going to save that motherfucker just like I wish somebody would have done for me. Some of these guys are, I mean, they're angels from heaven. It's really amazing what some of these people do. They're fearless. And they don't get taken under. That's pure strength. That's post-traumatic growth. That's going beyond the PTSD and going to PTG. When you can take what used to haunt you, what used to make you cry and used to make you isolate yourself, feel so weak, and you can take that experience and go and help somebody else who's suffering through it and save somebody else's life. And those are heroes. So this is something to aspire to if you're suffering through PTSD. If you have post-traumatic stress disorder, you can survive it, you can manage it, and you can run off patting yourself on the back and say, I did it. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you could stop. Stop in your tracks and realize, stop from running. Because that's just a trigger. Don't be afraid of what made you into that monster. Don't be afraid of the battle that you ran from, the battle that wounded you. Go back into it with a new mindset, with new armor, and help somebody out. That's the way you get to heaven. Thanks for watching.